Hi guys. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Alright, so today, first, a little history on La Santisima Muerte, a little more history, and then powders, dressing powders that are fun and easy to make, very easy to make. So, I'm getting the vlogs up finally, so I'm sorry, it's taken me a long time. So, alright, we'll do just a little more history. Everything in my book, my binder book thing, has completely come together, so that's a good thing. Alright, so Santisima Muerte is known by a number of other names. So here's a bunch of names that she goes by. So she goes by Santa Muerte, Holy Death, Señora de las Sombras, Lady of the Shadows, La Flaca, the Skinny One, Nina Santa, Holy Girl, Señora Blanca, White Lady, Señora Negra, Black Lady, Señora Rojo, Red Lady, La Cacla, the Skeleton, La Santisima, Most Holy, Blanquita, Little White Girl, La Niña Blanca, the White Girl, Donna Sebastiana, Lady Sebastian, Señora de la Noche, Lady of the Night, and Le Huesede, the Bony One. So, and these are only a few names that she goes by. So she goes by a lot. La Flaca, I did not know. The Skinny One. That's another aspect of La Santisima Muerte. So, same thing. For whoever asked. I noticed somebody did ask about La Flaca. And she is the skinny girl. The skinny one, La Flaca. So there's your answer. I hope that helped. Alright. Things have been going really well, like family-wise, since I've been doing these. Have you guys noticed anything like within your lives, like families coming together, just more peace, a little more stability, just different, things, good things happening, conspiring, like for you? Because for me, it feels like, since I started working with her, and since I started, to tell you guys all about her, it's like, she's very appreciative. I feel like she's very appreciative of the positive feedback that she's getting. I just feel like a lot of good things, families are coming together. Mine is a lot better now, and just amazing things with La Santisima Muerte. That's what she does. Alright. So, to those that follow her, Santisima Muerte is believed to be a saint. Although she is not recognized by the Catholic Church, she's actually banned of recognition. Yeah, they banned her quite a while ago too. Okay, so why would devout Catholics and Christians followers continue to pray to her? And they do, in secret. It's all in secret. The Catholics still pray to her. I like it. So, there are probably as many answers to this question as there are Christian followers. I really like that quote, it's funny. I can only speak from what I have been told by others who are Santisima Muerte devotees, and my own beliefs on the subject. So, she is still honored in the church. The Virgin Mary. She takes the guise of the Virgin Mary, lots of guises. So, this person goes on to say, I know many people who work very closely with La Santisima Muerte, this person self-included. When this person posted the same question to these people, they got some very interesting answers. So, some say that they simply don't believe that she is evil. Yes, Santisima Muerte will and does answer dark requests and petitions, but it's up to the person working with her. So if the practitioner does not make a dark request, then they are not working evil magic. Santisima Muerte does not separate good and evil. There's no distinction between the two in her eyes. Petitions are just that, petitions. She doesn't see good or bad. She sees, just, okay, somebody's praying to me. Just clearing up a lot of the, you have to sacrifice a family member in Mexico and be initiated into her cult. No, you don't. Sorry. No, that's a big lie. That's a bigger lie than the Bible. That's a really big lie. Wow. Cries for help in times of need. The distinction between good or evil workings is in the eye of the spell worker or petitioner. No person is ever forced to work the dark side of the art. Santisima Muerte is just as happy to answer good requests as well as the dark ones. She is happy to perform healing, miracles, grant money wishes, or help a person find employment. So, where are those people that think that you have to go to Mexico to properly honor her? No. You guys are seriously off your rockers. Alright, others have expressed their belief that Santisima Muerte is the deceased version of the Virgin Mary, particularly the Virgin of Guadalupe, a holy virgin seen without the beautiful toned skin. She is seen as she took after years and years of death and decay. Bones. Therefore, being the most holy mother herself, they treat her with love, devotion, and with the highest respect. To them, La Santisima Muerte is holy. She is very holy. So, that makes a lot of sense. It does to me. Does it to you guys? I like it. I like that you can see her and find her within the Catholic Church. I have went into the Catholic Church on her behalf when I used to live. Not here. But yeah, I used to go into the Catholic Church all the time for holy water for her. But not in my town, in my city. It was in a completely different county. And they were so much more accepting. I went to the Hispanic church and told them exactly what I was doing. Completely open-minded, completely, perfectly fine about it. I was like, oh. And so they said, mi amigo, you are welcome anytime. So I went back once. And then I moved back. And yeah. I forgot about that. That's a good church experience. I totally forgot about that experience. So, some of these people go on to explain their desire to be on the good side of both the holy saints in heaven and the saint of death. So death is a subject that is viewed differently by everyone. These people, they do pray to God, saints and angels, and this is done so that they are on their good side and enjoy the gifts of the good side of Santisima Muerte, the saint of death. In order to be looked upon kindly when death comes knocking at their own door, they believe that Santisima Muerte can and will provide them with a good death. A death without suffering and pain. So, that's very good. Death can come at any time, so these people feel that being on the good side of both, they will be well equipped for anything that comes their way. So yes. I think I've done this one already. I don't know. But I'm just clearing it up, so. A little more history lesson. So, okay, and this also says, and still others pray to Santisima Muerte because they believe that she will grant favors that other saints will not grant. She will respond to requests of any nature, and will never cast judgment upon a person for asking or what they ask for. Some saints will not grant requests of money, splitting up a couple's relationship, taking revenge on an enemy, causing harm, or sexual encounters. Santisima Muerte, on the other hand, will. Okay, so sexual encounters. I'm getting a vibe of sex magic here. And I still don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like it would be... I think you would have to pray to her first and see what she says about the sex magic. So, I'm not 100% sure. So, Santisima Muerte accepts everyone alike. There are no rules. There are none. There are no rules. You don't have to live a certain way of life or believe in a certain set of standards. This person says that I have read many articles claiming that only those who are criminals, drug dealers, rapists, molesters, and any other lawbreakers work with Santisima Muerte, and this is far from the truth. Her following comes in all forms and from all walks of life. Should I reread that, you guys? Do you think I should reread that? Or no? Or do you think people will finally get the hint that, I don't want to offend anybody. Okay. There are many doctors, nurses, housewives, carpenters, young and old, rich and poor, male or female, who work with her. It's just the lawbreakers who turn to Santisima Muerte, as these articles claim. So, they turn to her because she is neutral. She's not going to judge them. She is neutral. So, I view her like a tornado. Alright, so the beauty of working with La Santisima Muerte is she has a complete and total magical system in herself. This means that she can be called upon for every single need a person may have. Unlike the saints and other deities who can only be called upon for issues that are within their particular workings or patronage, Santisima Muerte has no limits or restrictions. A person doesn't even have to work with her on a routine basis to receive her help. Many work with her in conjunction with working with other saints and deities. How's that? I do. That's why I like her. That's why I love her. And yes, it's my stomach wanting a soul. It's hungry for a soul again. So, another misconception is that Santisima Muerte will take revenge on those who fail to fulfill their promises to her, or that she will claim the life of a family member in return for granting a request made to her. This is also a myth. Santisima Muerte will not make punishment for granting favors asked of her, nor for the lack of fulfilling promises made. Although I wouldn't advise that a person not fulfill their promise. This is only because if they never need help again, in the future she will not listen nor help. So, just always fulfill your promise. Always give her, what you've said that you're going to give her. Okay, so, it is also believed that Santisima Muerte is rooted way back to the Aztecs, particularly to the goddess Michinchtal, I don't know how to say that word, the goddess of death and the wife of the same name, so who together ruled over the world of the dead and the underworld. Interestingly, the spider, the owl, and the bat are associated with him, as they are with La Santisima Muerte, because she is known as the Lady of the Dead, and for other similarities, she and Santisima Muerte are considered one and the same. So, there's some, I don't know about that other one, no clue, never worked with her, only stick with La Santisima Muerte. So I don't know about that. Okay, in the Aztecs the Aztecs viewed death as the continuation of life. They believed at the time of death the person's soul went to one of three separate places. Those that passed away in a battle, women that passed away during childbirth, and all the ritually sacrificed ones would go straight to the realm of the sun god. Those who passed away by drowning, thunderstorms hit by lightning, that would hurt. Or in connection with festering wounds, would go to a place that was ruled by the rain god. So those who passed away by natural causes went to Mictlan. Sounds like a mental center. But before the soul would reach Mictlan. That sounds like a psychiatric ward. It would first have to go through the 9 lives of the underworld before reaching their final destination. Now I don't want to drive because final destination. There in Michitan, or whatever, Michtalan, was the ruler and co-ruler, Michtalan Shetuli, and another funky name. I'll blog this so you guys can read it too, because I don't like these names. Weird. Okay. Michtalan Shuli? I think I said that right, hopefully. has been described as a bloody skeleton figure. He wore necklaces made of human bones. I would really like a necklace made of human bones. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be really cool. No, ew, no. Okay, and his clothing oftentimes were adorned with bones, teeth, and eyeballs. Ooh, that would be a really cool coat. Like a leather jacket, fake leather jacket coat type thing. I think that'd be awesome. Okay, he was viewed in much the same way. In the ancient Aztec culture, skeletons and bones were viewed differently than they are today. The Aztecs seen them as symbols of fertility, health, and abundance. I didn't know that. I had no clue. It's cool. So, death was an important part of life to the Aztecs, an extension into another world. Life went on even after death. The dead were never forgotten. Instead, they were honored and invoked. They held special rituals in honor of the deceased, which is where, in this person's opinion, started the feast of the Day of the Dead. They believed that 40 days after a person's death, the spirit would return. I like that. Do you guys do like the dumb supper for Day of the Dead? Any of that? I do. I think it's fun. It's really fun. And it's really cool to go out to the cemetery and visit my grandma and have coffee with her and lunch and have a cigarette for her, and people kind of look like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you not all there? No, I'm not. So, if you shop around long enough, you will find several different variations of statuary and imagery. Some statues may or may not show Santisima Muerte holding a scythe. Some include an owl, a globe, scales, or an hourglass. This person says, I have even seen her image with angel wings. Sometimes parts of the statue are removable, and these can be purchased in plastic, ceramic, cement, resin, carved from wood, and either left as they are or filled with magical items. So, she appears as the Grim Reaper, an image of the skeleton who always seems to look alive. And she does too. She looks alive today. She looks really different. Very different. Various colors are also available. Each of the different colors has a particular meaning and use. Selecting one is it's a matter of personal preference. The size of the image isn't as important as the color selection. It doesn't matter whether the image is large and elaborate, table-size representation, or a small pocket-size representation. They all work in the same way. So, 3 basic colors used when working with Santisima Muerte. These are red, white, and black. When working with Santisima Muerte, these are the only 3 colors needed. Everything that is not mentioned under the black or red image is used for working with the white image. So, there are also other special colors that can be obtained and are very good to work with. So let's explore the color associations and how they are used. I've already told you guys about the color associations. So, a little bit of history. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. I love it. I love the history of Santisima Muerte. And especially in the Golden Bow. Oh my god. Crazy history. I have read some very crazy stuff that people can't do. They wouldn't do back in the day. Like if a woman was menstruating, she could not drink from the same containers or vessels as her husband or anybody in the house, or whatever she was, the blood, the secretions would just kill everybody. It's strange. It's really strange taboos. Okay. Alright, Santisima Muerte dressing powders. These are really easy to make, but they're messy. They're very messy, but they smell really good. And they're fun. They're very fun. I can't find mine, so. Okay, the base for all these powders is a 1/4 cup of talcum powder and a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. So, to make the powders, place all your ingredients in a mortar and a pestle, including any oils that are added. Then grind well, incorporating all the ingredients together. To add color to the powders, add a small amount of powdered paint. This person says, I sometimes use colored chalk. which can be grinded down to powder form. I think that would work a lot better. Chalk. It's just, I don't want paint in my powder, especially if I'm dressing a candle with it. So, Santisima Muerte attraction powder. 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of jasmine, 1 tablespoon of cyclamen, 1 tablespoon of sandalwood, or 9 drops in oil form. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of blue or yellow powdered paint until you achieve your desired color. Simple. Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. I feel like shit today, you guys. Seriously. Okay. Santisima Muerte Wisdom Powder. You want 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of crushed rose petals, 1 tablespoon of elder, and then if you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of yellow and orange powdered paint until you achieve a deep golden color. So, I would use chalk. I don't like the idea of paint. It's like eating paint chips. I don't like that color, yeah. Okay. Santisima Muerte Better Business Powder. I made this for my father when he first opened his business a long time ago. And it worked. It worked very well. So, and it's working well again. So this is for the business powder. 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of oak moss, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and then if you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of yellow, orange, or green powder paint. Ugh. Until you have achieved the desired color. So I did mine with green. I did mine green, and I don't know what I used to color it. I think it was food coloring. And then I let it just all dry, and it was perfect. Perfect. I didn't need paint chips. So that's the business powder, Better Business Powder. It's good stuff, and it works. Okay, Santa Muerte Black Art Powder. 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of gum mastic. You can get that in your local grocery store, gum mastic. If they don't carry it, like we have Whole Foods and stuff, they carry it. You can get it at your health food store. You can get it like GNC. I even think CVS sells it. Talcum powder too. Cheap. Dollar stores. If not, ISIS Books and Gifts. They're still open. I don't know if they're open or not. That's where I got my gum and mastic. So, and then 1 tablespoon of, I don't know what this is, ambergris. I don't know what that is. Maybe you guys do. So if you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of black powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. You can buy black food coloring now, so it works. Or if you have loose eyeliner or eyeshadow, put it in there. Okay, Santisima Muerte Invoking Powder. Now this is the one that I do have and I do use for her. So it's 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of copal resin, 1 tablespoon of elder. I wanted to say hi. And then if you prefer a powder, a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of gold powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. That one is awesome. I love that one to death. That one's another good one. So, okay, Santisima Muerte Commanding Powder. 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of licorice root, 1 tablespoon of fennel. And if you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of orange powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. Alright, Santisima Muerte Money Powder. This is another good one that works very well, just like the other one. Okay, a 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of frankincense, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 9 drops of hyssop, and then to get the tinted powder, add small amounts of green powdered paint. No. Use food coloring. Something like that. So, okay. Santisima Muerte, good luck powder. A 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of arrowroot. Arrowroot. I think arrowroot is dandelion root. Don't quote me, I'm not sure. 1 tablespoon allspice. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of green or gold powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. There goes the paint chips again. Okay. Santisima Muerte separation powder. 1/4 cup of talcum powder, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of Haus Of Ouija. I don't know what that is. Haus Of Ouija. I don't know what that word is. It's Spanish, so I don't know. 1 tablespoon of Witchy. I don't know what that is. So if you prefer tinted powder, try adding small amounts of black or gray powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. Right, now here is La Santisima Muerte's getaway powder. Basically hot foot powder. That works like 20 times better. Like 20 times better. Alright. So it's called getaway powder. So you're going to need a 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of sulfur. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of black or gray powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. And that's her getaway powder. Hot foot. And it really works. It really works well. So, alright. Santisima Muerte confusion powder. This reminds me of Buffy, when Tara does that spell to confuse everybody and make them forget to not be able to see her demon side when she's really not a demon. That episode is called Family. Yeah, I love Buffy. So, confusion powder, a 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of bayberry, 1 tablespoon of figwort. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of gray powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. So there's that. And this is just in conjunction with the oils. So, Santisima Muerte court case powder, 1/4 talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of cascara sagrada, 1 tablespoon of buckthorn, 1 tablespoon of tobacco. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of green or gold powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. Okay. Santisima Muerte love powder. Okay. A 1/4 cup of talcum powder, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of crushed rose petals, 1 tablespoon of cassia. Huh. Never heard of it. If you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of red or pink powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. The rose petals are going to color it for you, so it's going to be a pinkish color. Okay, and the last one. Santisima Muerte prosperity powder. A 1/4 cup of talcum powder, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of golden seal, 1 tablespoon of clove. And if you prefer a tinted powder, try adding small amounts of blue or yellow powdered paint until you achieve the desired color. So, that is it for Witchy Wednesdays. So So yeah, tomorrow is the full moon. I'm excited, very excited. And then I had ideas on the mask magic. For the mask magic, the mask that I chose, I'm gonna do Lucifer. I am gonna do Lucifer, but then I'm gonna do a separate one for Pan. So I'm gonna do 2 masks, not just one. That one's too beautiful and Lucifer-esque. Very Lucifer-esque. So that one is for Lucifer. And yeah. So yeah. That's the Witchy Wednesday, guys. I just feel like crap and I'm cold and blah. Very blah stuff. But yeah, I've noticed quite a lot of good things happening since talking about La Santisima Muerte. So I think it's really cool. If you guys I would love to hear if you guys are starting to practice or make your altars for her. I would love to know your experiences. I think it's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Alright. That's it for today, guys. Time for a nap. Fuck was that? So yes. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of for today. Alright, guys. I'll get that blogged tonight, definitely. For the baptism of the candles. I'll get that blogged too. Everything else I'll get blogged too. As soon as I can, I promise. I promise. So. I swear there was something I wanted to run by all you guys. Oh. So I had a dream last night. I had a dream. I had a book. My book was here. It was out. And I had a bunch of people. People in white robes. Couldn't see their faces. All standing around my bed. Looking at me. And I had my book. And it looked very strange. It looked like the book from Evil Dead, the Necronomicon. That's how it looked. Very, very morbid, which will probably be the way my book would come. A synthetic something or other skin to make it look like a human. I just think it's cool. It was all of my spells, my personal spells, my way of working magic, my path. Because, I am a traditional witch, but I am also a traditional witch in America. So it's completely different here than it is in the UK, or in Cornwall, or in other parts of the country. So I really think that's coming. It's gonna come sooner than later. So, I seen a commercial last night, which is very strange. It's very cool. Are you a Christian author? No. So that was, my idea went completely out the window into hell. So if you guys know of any way to, like, publishing places, if not, I'll just fucking write the whole book, all the books out myself. I'll do it all by hand if I have to. So yeah, that's gonna come. Just everything, all of my spells, all of my techniques, everything that I do. It was in a book, laying on my lap, all the people in white surrounding me. I just thought it was so fucking awesome. So cool. So, I want to get that out. I want to get that out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. So, alright guys. I love you all very, very much. And everybody have a great day. I will definitely get that blogged. I love you all very, very, very much. So tired. So tired. I could go to sleep like this. So, alright guys. I love you all. And thank you guys for watching. And yeah, if you have any questions, anything you want to know, anything at all, comment down below. Alright guys, I love you all very much, very much. Be safe, very safe. Halloween's coming. I can smell Halloween. Alright, I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.